Hello everyone and welcome back to the Adams Eats Kitchen. Hope you fine folks are well. Now today I'm going to make that French classic side dish, the fondant potato. Now these are kind of like, I would say, posh roast potatoes. They're very retro. It's kind of like a restaurant-y sort of dish as well. But don't be put off by that, you know, they are really simple to make. And they're a nice alternative to serve up with your roast dinner. You know, stick it along with your roast beef and Yorkshire puddings or your chicken dinner. And your guests will just kind of go, hey, hang on lad. Hey, hang on a minute. These aren't normal roast potatoes. Where's my roast tatties? What are these things? But after just one bite, I guarantee they'll tell you they're delicious. So all we're going to do is just take nice barrel-shaped potatoes. We're going to fry them off in the pan, make them nice and brown each side. Then add some butter, some thyme, some garlic, and then crucially some chicken stock. And then all we're going to do is just finish them off in the oven. And then what happens is they kind of roast in that chicken stock. The tops stay nice and golden brown, and that chicken stock just gets soaked right up into the potatoes, keeps them moist and adds lots of flavour as well. So that's what we're going to make today folks. You can get a list of the ingredients down below, or as always you can press that pause button and get a list of them there. And the first thing we need to do is prep the spuds. Okay, so let's prep the potatoes. Really simple. You want the kind of large ones. Now don't take much notice of the quantities because, you know, the same principle applies to however many potatoes you're using. I think I'm going to use 3. I think that'll do. Get those out of the way. I'm going to have a bit of a challenge here because I've got some really odd shaped potatoes here. I mean, that's like a kidney shape. I should have been a bit more selective, but you know, it'll work, so don't worry. But basically what we want to do is cut these into barrel shapes. Now there's going to be a bit of wastage because to get that uniform shape I'm going to have to kind of cut stuff off and all that, but you know, use it for chips, it don't matter. Now I'm going to start with this one. You can see kind of where it narrows. I'm just going to kind of take that end bit off. Again, use that for something else. You've got a flat surface here, turn it around, just nick off a bit of there as well. And then turn it up on its side and then just taking your knife, just run it down the edge. I know it's looking a bit of a hack job here, but I'm trying to make you see what I'm doing. Okay, and all you want to do is just work all the way around the potato until it kind of forms a barrel shape really. And just trim off the last bits like so. Okay, and then you can see you've got that nice barrel shape. I'm just going to straighten it up a little bit. And then as close as you can, you want to cut it in half. So you've got 2 nice equal sized pieces like that. You can see how nice and thick they are. Stick them in a bowl and then just do the same with the rest of your potatoes. Right, okay, so I've finished the potatoes. Got my bag of bits and bobs here. These aren't going to waste. I'm going to put them through the food processor on the grating attachment, and I'm going to make some hash browns out of them, so they're not going to go in the bin. But here you've got the potatoes. You can see they're all kind of roughly the same size, nice barrel shaped. They don't have to be the exact same thickness, but you want to get them roughly the same. So now what I'm going to do is just give these a quick wash. Right, so I've given the potatoes a rinse, I've patted them dry, and now we can get on and start cooking. And the first thing I'm going to do is add some olive oil to this pan. Right, so once I've added the oil to the pan, we need to get that onto a heat. Now you want that oil nice and hot before the potatoes go in. Now you also want to make sure that whatever pan you're using to fry the potatoes in is also oven proof. So if you haven't got an oven proof pan like this, then use a roasting tray on the top. Now of course I will leave a link down below for this particular pan because it's really good. I've also preheated my oven to gas mark 6, ready for the potatoes to go in. And once the oil is nice and hot, we can get the potatoes in. Stop them around. I'm just going to give them a quick season, some salt and pepper just on the top. And I'm going to turn the heat down just to medium high because it's a little bit too hot at the minute. Now what you're looking for on these potatoes is a really nice golden crust. You know, there's no real time frame for this, it's done when it's done. So just check them every couple of minutes, see how they're doing, and I reckon after about 5 minutes there'll be a nice golden colour. Right, okay, so I've had these potatoes cooking for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes, and that's the kind of colour you want. See that nice golden brown colour, and then just flip them over. And I've turned the heat down low, and now I'm going to add a generous knob of butter, and I mean a generous knob. And then I've got 2 crushed garlic cloves. I just bash them with the back of the knife, just stick those in, and some thyme, just scatter that around. Whoa, all right, calm down mate, calm down. And then we just need that butter to melt. Just help it along, move it around a bit, nap some of that over the top. Okay, and then once that butter's foaming, we can now add the chicken stock. Now you want the stock to come about halfway up the potatoes. You don't want to cover it completely, otherwise they're just going to kind of turn to mush. Make sure the stock is simmering, and that is now ready to go in the oven. Now they'll take about 20 to 30 minutes to cook. Just test them with the point of a knife. Just go in. If they're nice and soft, then they're done. And if the stock has kind of disappeared before they're cooked, just add a touch more. So I'll see you guys in about 30 minutes. We'll get them out of the oven and we'll have a taste. Right, okay, so they've been in the oven now for about 30 minutes. So let's get them out and have a look. Right, so I'm just going to test these with the point of a knife. Should go in nice and easily. And those are basically done. I'm just going to glaze the top with a bit of that garlicky, herby butter. So I'm going to let these sit just for a couple of minutes, just to cool down slightly before we give them a try. Right, so let's give this a go. I know it looks kind of very nouvelle cuisine, just randomly on this plate here, but I'm going to save the rest of my dinner, so I'm just going to try one on its own. And what you get really is basically this nice crispy top, and then underneath you get this really sticky fudgy bottom. And then all that stock has kind of soaked up into that potato, and then when you cut it open, you get this really nice, tender, soft, moist potato. Let's go in and have a try. Rob, you need some more. They are superb. Got the flavour of that garlic. The thyme is coming through as well. And then you've got all that chickeny goodness from that stock, the butter. I'm going to finish this. I don't even care. Well folks, like I've said a million times on this channel, that was wizard. Well, there we are folks, the fondant potato, really simple to make. I mean, I'm an idiot. If I can make it, you certainly can. And as always, if you like what you see, then stick a like down below. Let me know in the comments what you think of the recipe. And of course, if you've got other things you want me to make, then leave those in the comments section as well. Now I'll leave you people alone. I'm sure you've had enough of me rambling on. But before I go, remember to stick around at the end because there'll be some links to some other videos. And if you're not a subscriber and you'd like to subscribe, there'll be a button for that as well. And I'll see you beautiful people next time for more tasty fun and frolics. And bye for now.